Hello everybody, my name is RyunnEldred, and I'd like to welcome you back to the Nerdgazmic podcast. I'm here with my co-host WhiskeyNBri, also known as Brian St. Jizzy. If you guys are listening on any of your podcast streaming devices, whether it be iTunes, Spotify, Google Play, whatever it is that you're listening to us on, just know you can catch the vidcast version on the Nerdgazmic Goodfellas YouTube channel. There will be links to all of our social medias, other podcasts, other projects that we're a part of in the description down below. Bri, the whiskey guy, how have you been?
I've been good. Aside from all the drama that's going on in the world, where we don't have to go into it, but it's been great. Just been working on videos, and that's about it. Last night was the first night since I started doing videos again that I actually got a good night's sleep, because I actually went to bed at 1:30 instead of 2:30.
I feel that.
Yeah.
I'm completely operating today on like an hour and a half of sleep outside of the like I just took a 3 hour nap.
Nice.
Like, so I guess now I'm running on 4.5 hours of sleep, technically. But yeah, I don't know where we're at with stuff. I know right now in the world right now, there's a city that's burning due to the cartel. The president just gave a speech, a state of whatever speech.
Emergency, state of emergency speech.
No, not state of emergency. It's God, why State of the Union? No,
Oh, right. Yeah. I was thinking,
it was a big presidential speech to talk
I'm
about the state of
stupid. I don't know
everything.
anything about that kind of shit.
I haven't seen anything from that yet. Was just really not enthused in wanting to watch that, just because, again, yeah, the state of the world, everything has been so dystopia feeling since the like late 2010s.
Yeah, and it's just getting
Just
worse every day.
it's like every year.
Every move. But we're good. We're making it. And it's really just, what can we do at this point? Just
Yeah,
kind of just try not to, bite the big one, right?
that's fairly
Bi-
true.
bite the big chrome one.
Outside of that, I've also been doing good, working on a lot of content stuff. Was really was really enjoying playing Resident Evil 5 with you.
That was a lot of fun.
Looking forward to jumping back into that, because I've been seeing so much Resident Evil 5 content, especially with Requiem literally coming out the day after this podcast comes out. It
Yes.
either releases Thursday or Friday. I'm not 100% sure. I think if you have early access, you already have the game, because I've already seen some spoilers to it, which kind of threw my day off yesterday. I was a little pissed off about that because I saw some Requiem spoilers. So if you guys are people who have early access, even if you are content creators, please be careful with what you are spoiling for other people who are not fortunate enough to have the game pre-ordered, or
My
the
biggest
opportunity to play it.
grief about spoilers is when people post them as shorts, or if it's anything on Instagram Reels or anything. I mean,
That's exactly how it
X is
got.
a little easier to avoid that, because usually you could see like the preview, kind of almost.
There's usually a comment tag with it that's
Yeah,
been like, "Oh my God, Justin Bieber in Resident Evil 9." No,
that is Justin Bieber. Yeah,
you're
Leon,
you're
come save
ready,
me.
you're ready, you're ready for that. But no,
Yeah,
I was scrolling through TikTok, and it was just like my algorithm randomly threw it in there, and it was like boom, spoiler, and it just immediately jumped into like the spoil without like a lead in or nothing. And I was like, oh no, and I like quickly tried to
that
swipe
shit
out of it,
pisses me
and it was
off.
literally the next two videos that played in quick succession were all Requiem like spoilers, where it just immediately started off with different spoilers. And I was like, fuck. And then it was like, every time I tried recommending a live stream, it was some TikTok streamer playing Requiem, which I feel like it's different. If I was going in and watching someone play Requiem, then I'm
Yeah,
inviting myself to have it spoiled. Whereas, like, going through, again, Facebook Reels, Instagram Reels, TikTok, span videos. It's just, it's not.
It's the problem where when you're in a situation where you're scrolling through videos and it's just immediately hitting you. Like X is a little different because you can like accidentally pass by it, or you might read something on what it is before. You might read what comment that the person that posted it made, which might also end up being a spoiler. So X isn't really forgiven for that. But yeah, when it
Just
comes to those quick clip formats, it's like YouTube Shorts, Instagram Reels, Facebook Reels, where you're just scrolling through and you're like, haha, cute dog video. Haha, this guy got hit in the nuts. Boom, Resident Evil 9 spoiler. And it's like, you got no warning whatsoever. So I don't know, maybe, I mean, nobody's going to do it, but people should put fucking spoiler warnings at least to the first 2 seconds of the video before you.
Or the way you should do it is instead of spoiling it, have it as a teaser thing to promote your actual like content with. Don't just give them the goods in the short term format. Have it be the lead up to the reveal or whatever.
Like the stuff I like that, though I haven't seen any spoilers yet, but the stuff I've seen is not only what they've already shown, but like someone posted where it's like the difference between Grace and Leon with the aiming of the gun. She's like shaking his shit, and he's a
Well,
little more,
yeah, because
he's
it
more.
it it
And
ties back into Resident Evil 2. Grace is the new rookie
mm-hmm.
because
And it's really cool.
she's now part of the new cast. Because the whole point of this is to tie out original character storylines. This
Mm-hmm.
very much could be the last game we get Leon in. Granted, Leon is Resident Evil's like golden child. I'm 99% sure he has more of a popularity than Chris.
He does, absolutely. Trust me, I know. I used to work with the girl was like 20 years old and would wear one of, like when you go to a strip mall and they have like selling t-shirts, and it'll have like a character and it'll say the name, and they look the same every single time. She would come in with like 3 different Leon Kennedy shirts within a week, and I'll be like, "Oh, you like Resident Evil?" And she's like, "I love Leon Kennedy so much." And I'm like, "What do you love about him?" And she's like, "He's so pretty." I'm like, all
Yeah.
right. I mean, so you're not only getting the goonettes, but you're getting the fanboys that have played the games, and Leon Kennedy's one-liners getting those
Goon.
dweebs.
Just gooning for the one liners.
The one-liners get the gooners, and the looks get the goonettes.
But no, it's like, it's. The thing that got spoiled to me wasn't like somebody dying or some big major spoil plot point. It was literally like the reveal of a character showing up in the
Mm,
game, which like
would have been nice.
in the context it would have been great to experience that firsthand and be like, oh, Chris Pratt and Park and Recreations.
Yeah. Well, it's like you said, it would be different if you went into it yourself and searched for it. Because there's some games where I didn't really care about spoilers, like Silent Hill F. I watched Markiplier play through that game because I know I'm probably not going to end up playing it, but I was interested in it. I might
that's
end up playing it at some point.
that's how I feel because I watched Jack do the Silent Hill 2 remake just because, like, again, I can't afford every brand new fucking game that comes out.
Hmm.
It's literally the same thing with Requiem. I'm not gonna be one of the people playing the game like day one. And I was talking with David about this yesterday. It's like, it sucks being such a huge fucking fan of Resident Evil and not being able to do the game day one because I was on the microphone with David as it got spoiled to me. So
Oh, he got to hear it.
David got to hear it in real time of me just getting so fucking pissed. Because I threw a fucking adult temper tantrum. I slammed my phone down. I was like, what the fuck?
What would you say the timeline would be to be able to post things like that for a game? Because, like, here's one thing. So, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, I have 358 hours into that game. I got it on release, but playing it fuck. I mean, I've beaten it once. I've started 2 hardcore runs. Um,
So
And there was this video I saw where it was a very big major moment in the game, but it was a different choice than what I made. And I was like, as someone that's already beaten the game, I was like, oh, that's cool. I didn't know that if you chose this, this is what would happen. And the game's been out for over a year now, or about a year now, and there was people in the comments like, bro, what the fuck, spoiler, like, because it was on YouTube Shorts and it was just immediately cut to like shit
so
happening, and I'm like, and I kind of
that's
felt bad for that person because they might have chosen that and they're gonna miss out on even the interaction in itself. You wouldn't. I didn't really expect to have that interaction in this game.
I
So
will I will say it in this context to answer your question bluntly, immediately. Immediately with professional generosity. So, like for instance with Resident Evil Requiem, Capcom issued out a statement asking people not to spoil it.
I
So
did see that. Yes,
there is a difference between, like, let's say I was famous enough to have gotten early access for this game. Everything I would have put out content related to would not have spoiled any part of the narrative. It would have been very short burst clips for YouTube Shorts, videos on X, the Reels, everything, but I would still put out episodes leading up to the release. So it
well,
wouldn't be a thing that I recorded day by day. I would do a bulk recording, and then leading up to a couple of days before release, I would release, like, slow drop the episodes, one, two, three, release day, and then the rest of the series.
I think with
But
you doing it like that. Sorry.
none of the stuff I would do to promote my videos would have spoiler context. Again, it would have like a teaser aspect to where it's like, for instance, it shows Leon walking and he's like, I would have never expected to see you here. And then before it reveals who he's talking to, the video just cuts off. Or it like fades out with a see more and then drop the link to the video or whatever.
Hmm.
Again, professional generosity.
See, okay, so how I feel like would be respectable and you being able to keep doing what you want to do, I feel like doing the long form videos is fine because I feel like with me saying with me watching Markiplier play Silent Hill F, I knew I was going to get spoilers because I'm clicking on an hour and a half long video of him playing the game. I know he's going to end up playing the game, so I know I'm going to get spoilers.
You're
So if
inviting yourself for the spoilers. You're
exactly.
consenting
You
to,
can't watch someone play the game
and then be
from
pissed
start
at
to
it.
finish and be like, "Dude, why did I get spoiled the ending because I watched you play the game? What the fuck?" But it's the difference between if like you did the short video format of YouTube Shorts and whatnot, the fit like 15 seconds, and you did like that, how you said you would do it. That's perfect. Do it like you said, a teaser, but don't, or like how I mean I'm not playing anything that is nobody cares about spoilers, like my Resident Evil videos where even if it's a clip of you playing the game and it's some goofy moment, that's fine too, but don't show major story points right off the get-go in your 15-second clip where it's just like flashbang, hey, this happens, and you have no choice but to see it right off the bat.
Yeah. I definitely think in short format, you should never have any narrative bits.
Mm-hmm.
Short form should never be narrative unless it's a teaser aspect.
Right.
And
And
it's
you have to
just
do a
because
very
there are so many games that I have been solely invested in. And Halo Infinite is one of these. I was talking to David about it yesterday after your internet dropped. And me and David, we did our podcast in which we talked about games going to different studios. And one of the games I talked about was Halo. How I'd want to see a different studio take over Halo, especially after like 343.
yeah.
And I was like, out of 343's Halo games, the only one I could honestly say I really enjoyed was Infinite. I really loved Infinite, and he was like, "Oh, so you beat the game?" And I was like, "No, I had the story spoiled." And it's like it sucks because I'm that type of person that loses ambition when I know where it's gonna go. It's one thing if I'm playing and I can see the signs and be like, oh, this is gonna end this way. I could see it. I'm gonna finish it out to like confirm my suspicion. But when you're playing something like Doom: The Dark Ages, I was in the middle of recording that, had a video get corrupted and went to go re-record the episode and had a huge like narrative beat, like a plot the plot twist got spoiled to me at the pivotal
Damn.
point where I was almost to that plot twist. And I just
Oh, that sucks.
I'm literally in the mission before the plot twist and I've just never gone back to the game. It's not because I don't want to, because I really want to finish Doom: The Dark Ages. I love Doom: The Dark Ages. It's my favorite out of the Bethesda trilogy.
Really?
I just I have no ambition to return to it because it got spoiled. And it's like Requiem. I'm so
So,
excited, so happy for Requiem to come out. But it's like I now know, and it lurks. It lurks in the dark recesses of my mind where it's like, at some point, you're going to be in this area, and this person's going to come and confront you, and you're going to be like, oh, okay. And it's like from a
mm,
recording aspect for playing a very first time playthrough, do I now take the opportunity to act surprised and be like, "Oh my god, John Cena?" Or do I just go, "Oh, this would have been cool to know," and do I just lean into the realism of the situation of like, "Hey, this really exciting fucking moment that we've waited 20 like plus years for is just eh."
and that kind of sucks also for the developers because they built up that suspense and they built up that moment for you to be able to enjoy it, and because of people being selfish, and I don't even know if it's them being
It's
selfish, but them
not
just being
selfish. Well,
unaware. It's kind of, oh man, there's a word
not
I'm
even
thinking of.
unaware.
It's
It's selfish explains it really well because in the point of where we're at society wise, especially in this era of like social media presence with everybody wanting to be an influencer, everybody wanting to be a content creator, the way to get views is by doing this.
I
Like
want to say
I know
desensitized because like they want to they just want to throw it out there because they're like, I'm gonna get views, I'm gonna get views, but they're
it's
not thinking
click
of who they're
culture.
affecting. Because yeah, click culture, because they're like, I know people are gonna see this, and then a lot of people are not gonna care about the spoilers, but they're gonna be like, huh, that's cool. But then when you have people that really do give a shit, they're gonna see that and be like, fuck, dude, why?
It's the whole reason why like lead ups to like my favorite TV shows, favorite movies, even favorite games. Now I drop a whole social media presence because it's like I'm so afraid of logging in on TikTok to doom scroll and fucking the next thing I know is John Cena. Dun 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 dun. And
Like, I'll give you an example of how I avoid it. Like, if there's a game that I'm really invested in, like Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, when that game came out, there were a lot of edits I saw of people that were about to spoil certain things, like even the ending. I'm so glad I was so vigilant on not spoiling anything for that game. I love that game. That was my game of the fucking year. I'm telling you, every time I saw anything that was Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, I'd be swiping Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 fucking immediately gone. I fucking gone because I was and but you have to be fucking vigilant, and you shouldn't have to be.
no,
It's
I
just
absolutely agree with that. Cause again,
which mean
like
people everybody has free will. People are gonna do what they're gonna do.
I mean, that's one of the reasons why it took me fucking like 6 years to beat Shadow of the Tomb Raider on my channel. Was like midway through the game, the ending got revealed to me because there was a whole.
Don't say it because
It wasn't
I'm currently playing through
anybody's
that
fault.
series right now.
It
Don't say
wasn't
it.
anybody's fault, but the game had two different endings. It had a day one ending, and then the ending it has now.
Really? So okay, so I'm on the second Tomb Raider right now. So you're telling me that
Rise of the
once,
Tomb Raider, or
yeah, that's the one where she's in the Himalayas.
yeah, where she's kind of in like Russia or something.
Or yeah,
In the
she's in
snowy area. She's in the snow.
She's in Syria.
Syria, yeah, that's right. That's the place.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I just started that one not too long, or just a few
God,
days ago.
that one's been creeping on my mind because I wanted to 100% the Tomb Raider games, but you can't do the first Tomb Raider anymore because it nobody plays the multiplayer.
Can you and I cheese it because I want 100% it too, and I just finished the first one on PlayStation.
I should look. I should look
Because
and
I will
see.
do it with you, Tim. I 100%. I
Just
dude,
one v ones.
you have no idea how much I ran around and collected everything because I want 100% the game.
Oh yeah, no, that's currently what I'm doing right now off stream on Shadow of the Tomb Raider. Is I'm just running around finishing out the tombs and the challenges
And
while I
I'm
wait
currently
for
playing
the
through Rise
event
of the
to
Tomb
happen.
Raider on the second to hardest difficulty because on my first run through because I want to get that trophy immediately.
I did all three of the Tomb Raider survival saga on the hardest difficulty the first time through.
Yeah.
And
And
Shadow of the Tomb Raider was the one that killed me the most on it.
it's honestly, yeah, Rise of the Tomb Raider honestly hasn't been too bad. I really haven't had that much of a problem with it yet.
I've had moments where it's like I've either had stick drift and it's like I'm running and doing the platforming section and she just slightly veers off to the side and it starts me over like 2 hours worth of content just erased because I jumped slightly off beat.
2 hours? Wait,
Oh yeah, the checkpoints in Shadow of the Tomb Raider could be fucking brutal.
oh God.
Only if you're playing on the hardest difficulty though. Because on the
So,
hardest difficulty, there's only select autosaves that it will save from. Other than that, you have to save at campfires.
God. Oh yeah, because I looked up what difficulty on Rise of the Tomb Raider was the highest that you get a trophy for, and that's the one I'm playing on. I think it's just
Yeah, the
Survivor.
second hardest. Yeah.
Yeah. So was that your topic? The spoiler?
No, that was literally just our small talk, dude. We
Oh
literally
damn! All right,
we
that was
literally just tangented like a mother hover on the small talk.
damn. I did. I
Which
thought
is
that was
great,
because you
dude. No, that
because
was so passionate, too.
because
That
what
was
you told me was that it led into something that we had previously talked about. Which what have we talked about Resident Evil? And we were talking about Resident Evil spoilers.
so
So
to connect the two with my topic. I was scrolling through Facebook the other day and I saw an interesting post that got me thinking. And with the announcement of the God of War remake trilogy, see, connecting it to state of play. Um, the face the Facebook post was asking what other games would we like to see either what dead franchises or old games would we like to see a final another sequel or a remake to? And it was showing like a bunch of like old PlayStation franchises like Jack and Dexter and Infamous, Sly Cooper, and that got me thinking, and I was like, you know what? This would be a good topic for Brian. Especially since we're talking about the God of War trilogy remake. Since we know it's a remake, we don't know if it's going to be the hack and slash or the third person over the shoulder Norse gameplay style. And I was like, fuck. Like, what other games from our childhood do they either no longer make a sequel to that they either need to make another one like they did with Crash Bandicoot and here soon Spyro the Dragon, or what games do they need to like remake in its entirety to bring it to a modern audience?
I would say for mine, which they are currently working on, in quotations, and they revealed it actually at the Game of the Year awards. Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic,
Oh
KOTOR,
yeah, KOTOR.
which is
Well,
now
I
going to
feel
be
like
Fate of the Old Republic.
I don't know
Go ahead,
because
Seven.
I thought Bloober Team was working on the Knights of the Old Republic, and it looks like Fate of the Old Republic is a new game held by Casey Hudson, the original
Yes, the original director for the KOTOR games. So it was being made by Bloober Team, the original remake, but then ended up going into development hell, and we were not getting any updates on anything.
Well, I
And
mean, look at what Bloober's done in the last few years. They've done the
aren't they
Silent
gone
Hill.
now?
No, dude, they are working with Konami right now because
I,
they're
th-
the
I
ones that
last
have been
I heard
doing the
was they
Silent
got
Hill.
last I heard they got shut down.
No, Bloober Team. So Bloober Team
Let me
just
Google
now
it real quick.
announced. Bloober Team just now announced Layers of Fear 3. They are the ones that are working, I believe, on Silent Hill 1 remake. They did the Silent Hill 2 remake. They just put out their own game called Chronos. Like, Bloober Team's been very busy lately with Konami stuff and their own stuff. So they may have
Okay,
given up the project
it
for
must
next.
have been a rumor because I remember hearing recently that they were shut down, and it was a big disappointment because of what they have remade, and because they were like the kings of remaking, or maybe it's
I think you
another
might be
company I'm thinking.
thinking of a different company.
There might be a
Granted, I
different
know the
company.
gaming industry has had a lot of layoffs lately, like Ubisoft and everything.
Yeah, let me figure out who I'm thinking of.
Because if I'm not mistaken, I think they laid off the Division studio. Like they shut down the Division studio at Ubisoft and like
Blue Point Games.
consolidated. Blue
Sorry.
Point,
Blue
that's
Point, that's the one I was thinking of because they made the Shadow of the Colossus Demon. They made the Demon Souls remake, which I need to play through for the channel because that is a phenomenal remake for. I don't
we
know if you'll be
both
able to
need
see
to.
it. Dark Souls fanboy is upside down. I love Dark Souls, and that was a phenomenal remake. Um,
I know I'm gonna get my
yeah,
whole back plastered with the bonfire. No.
Sony hit him with the fucking fucking big for why they were doing so good at remakes. If they wanted them to remake any of their games, Blue Point was doing God's work, and they were the ones that people were hoping was going to do the Bloodborne remake or 60 frames per second update.
I
Um,
remember hearing about that a little bit.
yeah,
It's really weird to think that Bloodborne hasn't gotten some kind of treatment like that yet, because I guess it even runs really bad on like PC or something.
it's not even on PC.
It's not on PC?
It's not. It's only on PlayStation 4. So what the theory is right now is that it's going to end up being the PlayStation 6 release, like what they did with Demon Souls. That's going to be the one of the selling points for the PS6 is that they're going
It
to do
would.
a
It really fucking would. Like Bloodborne alone would probably get a
yeah,
lot of sales. Just I like
oh yeah,
I've personally never played Bloodborne. I
fun
own
game,
it.
so good.
I own
It
it. Like it is a game that I own because I got it free with the PlayStation thing and then turn around and re-bought it because I wanted to support like the developers as I do
so
with certain games, especially if I like them on Game Pass or whatever, I will buy a actual copy of it.
I will tell you right now, one of the games like when we were talking about spoilers, because that just reminded me, one of the games I am so glad never was spoiled for me was Bloodborne. I'm not gonna say what happens, but I had a friend when I don't know if you remember me live streaming it because I was live streaming on Twitch for a minute. I
I
had a
think I remember watching you live stream it like
I,
once.
I had a friend that is such a huge Bloodborne nerd that was begging me to live stream it because he wanted to see my reaction to when you get to a certain point of the game if you do things correctly that you'll realize that nothing is as
Hmm.
it seems.
I know exactly what you're talking about with it.
And when I had that reveal of you look up and you're like, "Oh my
That
god."
so that right there is my Liza P like feel point. I really, really fucking want to play Liza P, and
Mm.
I have actively avoided everything I could about it. I just have not had the time. Same thing with Claire Obscure. I really want to play Claire Obscure Expedition 33, and I think I'm not going to record it or live stream it just because I want to experience the game.
I'll tell
No,
you right
that
now,
being said, if people want to see me do it, then I'll do it because I'm a little fucking slut for views. But
if you want to, let me talk to some I'm game sharing with somebody right now and the only thing that they're claiming from me right now is Claire Obscure. I don't know.
I have both Claire Obscure and
Oh, you
Liza
do?
P. I
Oh, you
own
do. Okay.
both games. I own Liza P on PlayStation and I have Claire Obscure on Xbox.
I'm gonna say right now, Clair Obscur is not a bad game.
No,
I
I
don't,
never
I
thought it
don't,
was.
I no, I don't do turn-based games. I don't. My
I play
ADHD,
Persona, and
it,
that's turn
and it's
based.
very Persona. And I tried Persona. I gave it an honest try. I had a lot of fun with it. That's why Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 is still my game of the year. And there's people that are swapping sides because Clair Obscur Expedition
Had
33
the
is still a
AI thing.
phenomenal. No, it's not even just that. They said that Clair Obscur Expedition 33 got the Game of the Year award for best RPG. After playing both games, Clair Obscur Expedition 33 does not have that great of an RPG aspect to it. Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 is literally 100% RPG. You can
Yeah,
you
I
can
am
choose
looking forward to
literally
playing
what
that.
every single piece of armor that is on you. You can have like 4 different items or like weapons attached to you. All your choices, there's a bunch of choices matter depending on what you do. You can have like 3 different endings at the end of the game. There's so many dialogue choices. Like, I'm sorry, I'm going on a tangent right now. We kind
Listen,
of
this
got
whole episode has just been tangents. We
because you
literally announced what the episode is about and then immediately sideline tangent.
because I was about to go right back to what I was originally talking about, but I think I'm just salty because Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 didn't win, and there's a lot of people that are
I
realizing that
feel that
it
way with
should have.
Dispatch. I feel like Dispatch
Dishwash.
should have won. Dispatch should have won so many awards.
I want to play that one really bad
I
because
do
I love
too.
I love Telltale games, and that one I just want to play it so bad.
I will say I've seen a lot of spoiler stuff for Dispatch because I want to play this game so bad. I want to know what's going on. It's the biggest thing right now. Jacksepticeye is in it.
You know
Moist Critical,
the
everybody.
only spoiler I've seen of that game is 2 things. One, depending on what choice you make, you break someone's arm, or um that Moist Critical voices the Bat Guy. That's the
I've
only.
I would say I don't cohesively know the story from what I've seen of the game, but I know certain beats of the story. So it's that flooded middle ground. But again, it was all like I wanted to see the stuff. Like the second it'd pop up on my phone, I'm just like, "Ooh, it's a dispatch thing."
Yeah. All right. So now I'm gonna reel it back in
Oh,
to my
please.
the
Please.
original thing I was talking about.
Oh, okay. We're still on we're going from one
Fate.
tangent back to
No,
another
no, no,
tangent.
no. Fate of the Republic.
Oh, okay.
I want it to be made. Please, please
Oh,
don't
dude,
fuck me,
I
because
I
you know how many times I played through Knights of the Old Republic. I got it on the Switch so I could play it in bed.
I have it on my
It's
phone. I bought
yes,
the mobile phone version.
because it ports to everything because it was made for the original Xbox.
Yeah, no, I love Knights of the Old Republic too, and I am so phenomenally excited that it's Casey Hudson working on it.
Yes,
Because
because he's
I love his work. I love
yes.
the original Mass Effect. I love the original BioWare. I love the original Dragon Age. I love Knights of the Old Republic.
He worked with BioWare when it was at its peak,
Yeah.
and so if because what everybody wanted, I'm gonna be a little bummed out that it's not going to be a remake of the first game because I wanted to see Darth Revan at the peak of technology we have now.
I think
So
what they should do is shadow drop the Knights of the Republic 1 remake right before Fate of the Republic comes out.
now I don't know about
Draw
that because
draw
fans are gonna.
people in
I'm
with
gonna.
the remake and then capture new people and old fans with a remake and make it so where the newer game has more of an pump up. Granted, people who are excited for it are going to be people who've played the original Knights of the Old Republic and know like KOTOR 1, KOTOR 2, and are excited for KOTOR 3, or people like me who are excited for just another Casey Hudson game because this is going to be, I think, the first game of his new studio. It's a Star Wars project, so you know I won't say it's a Star Wars project, so you know it's going to be good because Outlaws. But
Survivor was
It's
good though. I like Survivor.
it is a Star Wars project. So you're naturally gonna have people excited for just another addition to Star Wars lore.
I'll tell you, because it's a Star Wars project, that just means there's going to be a lot of eyes on it.
Yeah.
There's going to be a lot of people that are going to be watching the process. They're going to be seeing, and that's the thing though, is they they have not done anything. They only made the trailer. There has been no process in the game development so far. So we have no idea even how long we're going to have to wait for the game to even come out. It might not even come out till 2029. Who knows?
Hey, man, we got nothing but time. We got so many good games coming out. I could wait.
I would say I don't know if we have time.
Listen. This is gonna be how I feel about games coming out this year. After this month, everything's pushing to be a competition with GTA 6.
Mm-hmm. Oh, absolutely.
I will be so happy to wait till 2028 for anything I'm really excited about. The only 3 games that are non-GTA related that I could honestly say I am anticipated for this year:
I know two of
Gears
them
of
that are
War,
mine.
Gears of War E-Day,
Mm-hmm.
Witcher 4,
Okay, all three.
Resident Evil Requiem,
Okay, well then add a fourth one in there because Fable.
and Fable. Yeah, I don't have any fear of Fable competing with GTA just because Fable is more of a niche like.
That's very fair. That's very fair.
So I know Fable won't compete in the same aspect that these other games are going to compete for playtime with GTA. Because
That's
when
true.
GTA releases, there ain't nothing else being played for a
Bro,
while.
there's people taking entire weeks off from work just for, like, they're saying that the infrastructure is going to shut down for GTA 6.
GTA 6, when it releases, is going to change the gaming industry in one way or another. It's either going to
Yeah.
set a new standard for releases or it's going to crash the market. And
Or a little bit of both, who knows.
yeah, a little bit of both. Since you said KOTOR is a game you'd like to see another chapter and or a remake in, even though we
Mm.
are getting quite literally both of those things.
I mean,
Um,
yeah. Yeah.
Something that I will say on that aspect that we have no confirmation of a new chapter and or a remake would be Infamous. I
Mhm.
really hate the fact that with the PlayStation Play Anywhere, you could only stream the first Infamous game
Yeah, it
from the
sucks.
Play Store, especially now that they're allowing you to download older games onto your console. Like I could download PS1 games. I wish it would just let you download the stuff for it. Or the simple fact that I own the disc version of Infamous 1, I should be able to pop that into my PlayStation and it plays it like backwards compatibility for Xbox.
Yeah, that kind of
But
sucks.
I feel the story of Cole so good. Like the first Infamous stole my heart and soul when Brandon Quigley's like family took me in high school. Like that was one of the first games I ever played on PS3,
Brandon Quigley shout out, I didn't expect that.
right? Um but he introduced me to that game, dude, and it has been a game that has stuck with me. I love Infamous 1, Infamous 2. I love Second Sons, First Light. I just love the world of Infamous, and it sucks the fact that like Sucker Punch I feel has semi dropped it because there's been references in both Ghost of Yotai and Ghost of Tsushima to like Cole and everything.
Really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, there's like a mural in Ghost of Yotai and I think Tsushima as well, where it depicts like Cole and then Troy Baker's character from First Sons that I can't remember the name of right now. So it's obviously they remember it, but it's like, come on, guys, like drop us a. It doesn't even have to be a remake. Just drop a playable version on current gens. And that's what like it semi sucks is because even just looking, like I'm looking at my Xbox like list of games right now, and I could see SpongeBob SquarePants Battle for Bikini Bottom, which complete sidebar tangent. I was so unbelievably happy when they dropped that.
Bro, that
'Cause
one was a side blind right there.
that was a game from my childhood that the second I launched it, I just felt like an 8-year-old kid again.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how
Oh,
I want to.
absolutely.
That's how I want to feel with these older games. Like I have on my PS5, I have like the original PS1 version of like Resident Evil 1, 2, 3. I got the Toy Story 3 video game and Buzz Lightyear Star Command and like all the games I played as a kid that I was just like, fuck, I want that nostalgia hit.
I'm gonna be right back real quick. I'm gonna be right back.
Oh,
I'm gonna go grab
intermission.
something real fast.
Intermission.
Bro, I have my microphone standing on my microphone box,
Yeah.
so it's closer to my face, and I keep knocking that shit over. Sorry, I didn't. I don't know why I just got really just I thought about it because I actually just actually it's not been recently, but I fixed my PlayStation 2. I had to buy a whole uh the power supply was out on it and I fixed it because I bought this game for my PlayStation 2 on Amazon so I could play it. And I know they're never going to remake or do anything with this game, but I think it'll show it. Lord of
Oh,
the
the Lord of
Rings
the Rings.
Return of the King on PlayStation 2. Please, just give me a remake. Just make it pretty. Please, give me a little bit of updated fucking mechanics in it.
That's
I'm telling you, I love this game. This is probably one of my favorite games of all time on the PlayStation 2 that I had the most time on other than Kingdom Hearts 2. But that the old like out of all movie tie-in games I have ever played, this is the biggest banger I have ever fucking played.
Bro, you ever play speaking of movie tie-in games, Bad Boys. They had a
Bad
movie
Boys,
tie
yeah,
Yeah, Bad Boys, the video game tie-in.
that one was
So
good.
fucking fun. Speaking of that, David answered a question relating to our topic too, and he was saying Scarface, The World Is Yours.
That one I played. It's a little. It's all right. It's not. It's like a very GTA Vice City.
Yeah. I was just throwing it in there as one
This is
because
another
David
one
David answered the question the other day about this.
which I didn't. I don't know where the case is for it, but the disc is in here, and this is gonna be a wild one. Those who know ball will know ball with this one. But I'll show the disc. I'll see if the disc will show up. Can you see that? Oh
I
God,
did for a second.
Portal Runner.
I've never heard of that game.
Portal Runner. You remember the Army Man games? Like
Yeah,
Sarge's Heroes, and then
the RTS games.
well, no, they had the actual like shooter, like third person shooter Army Man games.
Yeah, you're talking about the like the toy soldier ones, right?
Yeah, there's one called like Sarge's something where there was like
I remember them. Yeah,
there was one I had on the Nintendo 64 where you played as Sarge and you play as a green army man, but he was like this big buff green army man. And they had one for the Xbox One that I played. God, I wish I remember what that one was called. It was Sarge's something, and it was literally just like third person Call of Duty, but it was army men,
that's actually kind of
and
cool.
it was so much fun. I played the shit out of that one. Portal Runners takes place in the same universe because there was this green haired girl that I guess she was just jumping through portals and she somehow ended up in that, and it tied into where she was like Sarge's girlfriend, but she's not an army man. Anyway, my wife and I played Portal Runners, and if that game was updated to today's standards, would be fun as hell. It was like very Jack and Daxter, but you're just
Mm.
this green haired chick with a bow and arrow, and you're like jumping through all these different universes. So much fucking fun.
But yeah, no. What
That
else
one was
could we
for my
think?
wife. My wife actually asked me to bring that one up because I told her that I was going to talk about I was actually going to talk about game remakes. So our topics were
Our
actually the same.
topics coincided.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I'm thinking back to it right now, and it's like that post is still in my head, and I'm sitting there thinking, I was like, in the last few years, we've gotten a lot of these like dead franchises that are kind of resurfacing. We had Destroy All Humans,
Mm-hmm.
uh, Gex, the Gex the Lizard had
I
like a
don't know that one.
resurgence. It's an old PS1 game, and they just redid the trilogy. They redid the like first six games of Tomb Raider, but that was kind of given the fact that Tomb Raider has had a huge surge of popularity. Um, Sly Cooper I would love like a modern, either a modern take on a new Sly Cooper game, or for them to redo the original like trilogy. Because the Sly Cooper was my shit back in the day, and that's like old Insomniac games.
Yeah. Well, and they gave Ratchet and Clank that love.
Yeah, they
So
did. Because
why
which I also thought was strange we didn't get anything for Jack and Dexter.
that was another one I was going to bring up. Jack and Daxter. Why not? That game would be perfect for a remake
It
or a
would
reboot.
a reboot. God, dude, games getting a reboot treatment that would be intriguing too. Because I mean, shit, we got the whole Resident Evil reboot with the remake timelines.
Why not do it with the? Is it because it's maybe cartoonish? I don't know why.
I don't know. I can't chalk it up to that because Jack and Dexter got dark
Yeah, it
at
did.
points.
Daxter
Yeah,
2 was when it started getting kind of a little heavy.
I was like, I don't think the cartoonish graphics really matter because even Fable gets dark.
Was it Daxter 2 the one where you actually got to start, you get guns and you can actually shoot civilians? You
I
just go on a
believe so.
rampage?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
believe so because I believe uh the second one was where they introduced like the Shadow Jack, where it was like his like dark form.
I think you're right. Yeah.
I don't know. It's been so long since I played those.
Jack
It's hard to
3,
remember.
I never played Jack 3.
They're all available on PlayStation,
I know. I started playing the first one again not too
which
long ago.
leads right back to it. You know, those old ass games all have downloadable versions, but yeah, I can't fucking do Silent Hill. You can't do Infamous. All games I would love to
Can't do
see a
Prototype.
reboot.
Well, is Prototype in the download? Because I thought I saw.
Prototype had a remaster for current gens.
Did it really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, so Prototype 1 and 2, I actually have it here in my game library. I'm looking right at it. Because I coincidentally was on Peas. But yeah, prototypes right here. Prototype 1 and Prototype 2.
There's another game I wanted to bring up
Army of Two.
that I would hope that they would
Dead as
add.
fuck franchise
Oh,
that I
Army of
think
Two, yes.
dead as fuck franchise that I think it would be amazing
I
to
think you
get
and
a
I need
new
to start
addition
playing
to.
through it.
It sucks because I think only the first game's backwards compatible. I don't know if Devil's Cartel and the 40th Day are.
I thought I saw at least the 40th day on the store.
No, I know the first game is. I mean, I guess I could do this. Let me look at the store. That would answer the question right there, huh?
While you're doing that, I'm going to throw out another one, and I don't know if you'll know about this one, but the one game that I remember a lot from my childhood, and I can only remember bits and pieces, but I remember being obsessed with it. Frogger: The Great Quest for the PS2. It was an actual like it wasn't Frogger. It was like an actual adventure game as Frogger, but they added a bunch of mechanics that was really fun as a kid. I don't know, maybe it would translate very well to today's age, but um
Those are the best games.
I would say at least put it for where I could fucking play it on the PlayStation. Just put it on the PlayStation Store so I could buy it so I can enjoy it as a kid. Be a kid again because I remember playing the fuck out of that game as a kid.
So, unfortunately, it looks like the only one they have on the Xbox Marketplace would be the first.
That
Um,
sucks so bad.
I know, because I loved Army of Two.
Army of Two was so much. I only ever got to play it by myself.
Do I
I
really
would.
want to play the Predator Hunting Grounds? Like weird little side tangent there, but I've been like really intrigued and wanting to play it for a while.
And it sucks that Army of Two is not on. You can't even get that shit on PC. Maybe if you emulate it, maybe.
Maybe. But then it's like if you're able to do it that way, would you even be able to play with like somebody else on an emulated game?
Yeah,
Unless you had like a dedicated server.
Yeah, and that shit ain't even backwards compatible. Because I was trying to see if maybe even if Army of Two Devils Cartel, if it was even backwards compatible if you got the disc. Wait, it's on PS3. I wonder if it's on the PlayStation Store.
Yeah, I'm not gonna plug in my PlayStation's
Let me.
HDMI to check that.
I'll look on the PS app right now.
We're all googling what games we could play instead of actually doing the podcast. We're doing
No,
everything
this is
but the podcast.
no. What are you talking about? We've been doing the podcast this whole time. This is part of it. They're
Just
stuck.
side tangent.
They're stuck here.
They're stuck here. You
Army.
can't leave. We've disabled your ability to choose any other podcast.
No,
God, dude, I am gassy
Army
as
of Two ain't even
shit.
on the PlayStation Store. That sucks. Yeah, because when I looked up if Army of Two Devil's Cartel was backwards compatible, it even showed the PS3 version. Fuck.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Like,
There
the
was
first game would be fun to do, but that's all we get access to.
that. Yeah, it's so dumb. Oh man. Let me look at my Xbox store. Let me see if there's anything else that I used to play.
Oh, let me see here for a second. I need to know. God, what other? I'm trying to think of anything else that would be like as important and as big as that. You know what I mean?
Conqueror's Bad Fur Day.
Conkers. We need another Conker's Bad Fur Day.
Even though they remastered it for the rare replay, but we need it. We need a new Conquer game. Um,
Because I mean, Spyro. I heard Spyro the Dragon is getting something, which would make me happy because I fucking love Spyro.
they at least did do the bundle pack.
Yeah, they did the whole reignited trilogy. They need to do more of the like games redone too.
Yeah.
And then with Crash Bandicoot got so much love, which made me so happy seeing the Insane trilogy. And then
Mm-hmm.
they like actually went and made a new game too on top
Yeah,
of it.
they
They
dropped the
did the
fourth one.
Team Rumble, they did the Nitro Racing. They gave so much love to Crash Bandicoot. And I
Can
was
we?
like, it deserved it.
I will say, hey, Rockstar, can we get a Bully remaster
Or a sequel, Bully would be another really good one for all that.
or even an LA Noir remaster would be awesome.
But we did get an LA Noir remaster.
We did? When
Yeah,
did that
we did.
happen?
That happened years ago. That happened like 2016.
I never heard about that one. That one.
Yeah, I, I can literally pull it up on the store because, or not store, on my game library because I have it downloaded.
I got one. Mercenaries. Can we get another
Yep,
Mercenaries game?
that's one
Mercenaries
that
was so much fun.
David says that too.
But
He's
I
like,
think
either
because
give us a remaster of the second one or give us a continuation.
I remember playing the first Mercenary games when I was a kid on the original Xbox, but David's actually the reason I played the second one because he lent me his copy for the second one, and I put so many hours in the second Mercenaries game, which people say actually is the weaker of the two.
Really?
Yeah, a lot of people say that the first Mercenaries game was better because you can do a lot more in it. The second was a little more campy and it had better graphics. That's why a lot of like people like it. But the first game, it gave you more access to do stuff. Um,
So yeah, the LA Noir remake came out in 2017.
I totally missed that.
Yep. I own the game and I also have it with a GTA Plus because I pay for GTA Plus.
Mm.
Well, that's how I got the free copy of the Red Dead Redemption 1 remake.
Bro, this is random, but I own Resident Evil Revelations 2, but not 1.
Oh, cool. You own the multiplayer one.
Yeah, this is totally off tangent, but I own Resident Evil 1, 0, 2, 4, 5, 6, Operation Raccoon City, Reverse, Revelations 2, and Village.
Oh my god. Okay, so I finally pulled up the post that that we're doing the episode about.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the post reads, after we heard God of War was going to get a remake, what other PlayStation games need a remake? So it's PlayStation in general. And some of the ones that they talked about was Infamous, Jack and Dexter, Gravity Rush, Killzone, Twisted Metal, which I agree, I think Twisted Metal needs a new,
That would be badass. Yeah.
especially with how popular the TV show has been. Like Twisted Metal's due for a new game. Little Big Planet, which I would say yes, but it seems like Astrobot kind of took PlayStation's like placeholder as mascot.
Yeah. Absolutely.
They said they need to release a Bloodborne 2, Uncharted 5, a new Sly Cooper, and Days Gone 2.
I don't know if I agree with the Uncharted 5 unless you play as his daughter, but
Yeah, I
can't.
think Nathan Drake, either do a younger Nathan Drake story, so a prequel sequel, or have it, if you're going to do a sequel, have it as their kids, which I think is a
Yeah.
phenomenal way to continue franchises. Like Gears of War fucking killed with that, with bringing in JD and everything. I think it was a phenomenal concept
Yeah,
design.
Gears of War 4 was phenomenal. I think the people's hate for 5 was just because you weren't playing as JD.
Yeah,
And
and I think it's,
it was more the story was kind of meh. I didn't really care about the story of 5 that all that much cuz
I
I
like the
like it.
I like where they were wanting to take it.
Yeah.
I see where they wanted to go, and it makes me worry for Gear 6 whenever we
Mhm.
get this sixth installment, which keep giving us prequels and other spin-offs to perfect that game. Like, don't get me wrong, so excited for E-Day. I am
Oh yeah.
so excited. Fucking
Believe me, so am I.
give us another Gears Tactics that's actual Pendulum Wars. Because Gears
Yeah.
Tactics would be perfect for the Pendulum Wars.
Mhm. Yeah, I'm just scared because also what are they going to which decision are they going to make canon?
I say you should make both. If you're gonna take your time with a game and you're gonna leave a cliffhanger of an ending where you had a choice, the right thing to do is make both choices canon
Mhm.
and build your story based off of that. You could easily swap characters. Look at how Wolfenstein
That
did.
was what I was going to say, Wolfenstein. Yep.
Wolfenstein did phenomenal between I want to say the old blood. What was it? The
New
new
Order
Colossus.
to New Colossus.
Yeah,
Yeah.
New Order to New Colossus. I keep thinking the Old Blood because that was like a prequel sequel that they did.
Mhm. Yeah.
But like just make both canon.
And I'm just afraid that they're not gonna and then they're going to make the
Yeah,
choice
because
that
the second they release a book that's going to take place after that choice or something, they have to stick with it.
yeah.
The second they release any sort of media that takes place after Gears 5.
Yeah, and I'm afraid it's gonna make me sad. I mean, either choice is gonna make me sad, but
Either, yeah,
you
I was
know
going to
which
say
one I'm
either.
thinking is gonna make me more sad.
I cannot see in any world where JD was the one that died.
Yeah.
And
Well,
it's nothing against Dell, because again, Gears 5 really made me care for Dell's character, and I loved his and Marcus's relationship and just everything and the subtle nuances and like character details that were there. It just, I can't see them looking at the legend that is Marcus Phoenix and taking another thing away from him.
unless okay, here's the thing though, is us as fans and we know all that, are they gonna be looking at that decision based off of our love for the characters? Or are they gonna look at it as a story standpoint of what choice Kate would make because of all of Gear 5 she went through it with Dell?
Yeah, she went through it with Dell, but she had, especially in Vascar, that whole turnaround point with JD.
That's true.
And it comes to that point of like the main focal point of Gears of War is through the Phoenixes. What would be Marcus's drive after losing his son?
That is a very good point.
Like what's his drive after he loses everything?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, really. The well, Yeah, though really what would be the point of going on after that?
It would make more sense to kill Marcus off than to kill JD off.
I really hope what they don't do is they make the JD choice canon one, and then they just kill Marcus off screen. He's like, yeah, Marcus just put a fucking barrel in his mouth off screen.
I was gonna say the worst it will be is you're just gonna see that dark, depressed Marcus. That you're gonna see Marcus go through Dom's story arc from 3.
Yeah.
And like, as a fan of the series, I don't think I could sit there and watch that.
Mm-mm.
I don't
Man's
think
already
like
gone through too much.
mentally, I don't think I'd be able to watch that. Because that is a character, like, yes, it's a fictional character, it's a video game, but that is a character who holds like a family level of significance. To see something like that happen to a character you genuinely love, because it's like, you spent years of your life with these people.
Well, dude, I know how much of a Gears fan you are. I mean, shit, you got me into Gears of War, and I'm a huge Gears of War fan, and you got me into it. Dude, my son is named after Dominic Santiago. So it's like, and so I know how much he means to you.
It's like I would buy the game to support Coalition, but it would fall into that category of games I can never beat. I
Yeah.
will never be able to pull myself to beat because I don't want to experience it. Fuck, it was like Assassin's Creed with Ezio, with Embers. I waited so long to watch Embers because I didn't want to see my boy Ezio die.
Yeah, and I mean, at least he got like
He got a
as
good he got
he
the best send-off of the franchise.
yeah, just dying of a heart attack on a bench watching his family, you know. I mean, at least he went out like that, but still it was heartbreaking to watch. Of you know what was heartbreaking to watch? It was I got that revealed to me through an edit to where it showed young Ezio and everything he was going through, and then it cut to it was like him starting to have the heart attack, and then like his life was flashing before his eyes to where it was showing everything he had
Everything
done,
that he
and
went
then it
through.
cut to him being dead on the bench, and I was like, I was actually about to start crying.
I was like, Ezio was the last real assassin I cared about, which is
Yeah,
it's horrible to say because they've had great assassins in the franchise, like Connor or
I'll give you
Edward, and
my top two assassins: Ezio Auditore and Edward Kenway. Because just the way four ended with he's like, I've gone through all this. I've grown. I'm done with being a pirate. I got my daughter now. And then the in cut scene where he's sailing off with his daughter and he's just talking about, yeah, this is life, Dad. We're all done. We're gonna go home. And I was like, oh my God, the man's grew up. The man's gonna go live a happy life now. And then you find out that he dies to four thugs in his own
so
home.
this is gonna be a little. Obviously, my boy Ezio Auditore is number one. Number two will have to be Altair because he's the one that got me into the series, and then seeing his life progress from like young assassin to death was great. Arno from Unity.
Yes,
I was really invested in Arno. Wasn't the
Arno is a
best
good one.
game, wasn't the best game by far, but I really cared for Arno's character.
The thing that people
And
miss
even Bayek. I really liked Bayek when I first
Bayek was
started
a
playing.
good one. Yeah, I know. I jumped right into saying Edward Kenway, but I think it's just because the one that had the most emotional impact on me.
Was
Uh,
Edward.
it
The
was
fact that he
Edward.
just dies in a bar fight is kind of.
Well, no, he died. He died in people broke into his house,
Oh, I thought it
and
was a bar fight.
I'm pretty sure it was like people. It was either that or he got jumped. But I remember it was a situation where he wasn't prepared for a fight, and I'm pretty sure it was the home invasion. Like four people broke into his house, and he tried to fight him off, and he got killed by him. Um,
How does Edward Kenway die? Yep, home invasion was killed by a temp was ordered by a Templar, and he was killed in his home, stabbed in the chest by a masked man. So you're
Yeah,
right. You're right.
it's like Bayek was really good too. Arno gets too much hate because he's very. People say he's like one tone, which I guess yes, but and he's not the strongest.
Him and Elise's love story had me drawn.
Yeah, because you got the whole like
It was a
it's
whole
literally a
Romeo and
Romeo and
Juliet.
Juliet. Yes.
I haven't played Mirage, and I like the newer games I've kind of fallen out of the series on.
Even Cassandra. Okay, a lot of people say the canon way to play Odyssey is playing as Cassandra, and you
Hmm.
play good Cassandra. You make good choices as Cassandra as the canon way of playing it because there's some points. She's just so lovable. She's just such a lovable
Well, when
character.
so I guess the canon choice is the female character across both Odyssey and Valhalla.
Yeah, female Ivor did feel better, but because the male Ivor is just very monotone the whole time. I didn't really. I
Yeah,
played as both a little bit. I didn't beat by either game, but I got farther as the female Ivor because she was a little more charming.
charming, and just the voice acting for her was good. Just kind of,
Yeah,
yeah. I'm not gonna make my next statement there. I don't want to draw into another tangent.
yeah. We're like not even anywhere near our topic anymore. We're
No,
talking about Assassin's
we've
Creed
we
now.
we've somehow managed to just completely say fuck the topic, which
What are
is
you gonna
all
name
right.
this video? Is it just gonna be tangent? Just name it just tangents.
Tangent spoilers. No,
Yeah. Um.
then
Yeah. No. And
nobody watches the episode out of fear of spoilers.
put no anti spoiler propaganda and tangents. But yeah, no. Altair is definitely on the top. God, there's
Altair should
so
get
many.
a re. Speaking of our topic, Assassin's Creed 1 deserves either a reboot or a remake.
Yes, because that game's not. It's only on Xbox. You can't get that game anywhere else. And that game is the story is phenomenal. It does get kind of repetitive, and the climbing mechanics is a little dated. If they just made it a little bit smoother, I can't see it. You're holding up air. Yes, yes. There you go.
I was
It's
like, there we go.
it's such a good game, and the fact that the entire that he doesn't have a health bar, he has a synchronization bar. So
Well, yeah, because it's canon that he never gets
never.
hit.
And there's a section in the game where you're literally surrounded by soldiers and you have to fight them off fight off a
Mhm.
group of soldiers by yourself. What isn't it like you break or you go into an army camp by yourself?
Yeah, you
And
go into the like Crusaders camp.
he just strolls in. He fucking aura farms his way into there and is talking to the commander. The commander's like, "Get him,
Yeah, if you do
boys!"
this
And
1v1, sure.
yeah, and then Altair ends up wiping out so many of them by himself without getting touched.
Altair was the master assassin.
Hmm.
Ezio Auditore, for all good purposes, is the master assassin, but Altair was the master.
Altair was the best assassin, as in skill wise. But Ezio is the master because he straight up built it from the ground up by
Yeah,
himself.
Ezio is the one that built the Brotherhood.
Yeah. And then Connor is a master assassin just because he's a non-stoppable tank. He is the immovable object going against a very movable force.
I was watching a thing on Connor Rod Hawkin, however you say his Indian name, his Mohawk name. He is the assassin you love to hate because he came right off the heels of Ezio, the
Yeah,
most charismatic assassin,
right.
and you got stiffed with this just serious, no bullshit, like A to B assassin.
But you can't tell me that gameplay ain't fun though. Once you
Oh
get
my god,
past it,
dude. I'm currently playing Assassin's Creed 3 right now. I'm like on the last mission of Tyranny of King Washington DLC,
I had an
and then I'm
argument with
moving,
somebody
and then
oh
I'm
yeah,
moving to Liberation.
the what if DLC.
Yeah, the What If DLC,
um, I had an argument with
which I
somebody.
believe isn't a What If DLC. It's a corruption of the apple.
Mm,
Like it's a thing the apple puts in his mind. I don't know yet. I haven't beaten the DLC. It's what I've heard
I
because
played a little bit
somebody
of it, but I didn't beat it.
because Connor wakes up in the DLC and he's like, "Hey, what's going on here? Everything's different."
Hmm.
'Cause you find fragments of what really happened throughout each of the maps. So it's like Connor is aware that he is in either a different reality or there is something going on that is warping reality,
Brother went in a coma.
right?
Yeah, no, I had an argument with somebody recently about which game had better combat, like the gameplay was better
God.
for 3 or 4. Uh,
3 was so fucking good, dude.
three was
You
so
felt
good.
so brutal because some of those kills that Connor does, like he was a savage.
And I love 4 so much. It is one of my favorite Assassin's Creeds. But there, you gotta tell me, sometimes the animations are a little glitchy. There are some
So
times where, like Edward Kenway is like slapping him with the sword, and it's like cutting
I
them. But it's like
I
he's literally
had
moving him so weird, like this, to where it's like slapping him with the swords.
I had this conversation with David. Edward is honestly probably towards the bottom of my list of favorites, and it's because he's not an actual assassin.
Yeah, he helps the assassins, but he never
He
becomes an assassin.
he was never trained by the
Mm.
assassins. He was never I don't believe he was ever inducted into the order. He assumed the identity of an assassin and got sucked into the subplot. Yes, by any means he was the hero, and he was an assassin without being an assassin, because me and David went into a huge discussion about the hidden blades, because my whole gripe and why I started falling out of the Assassin's Creed saga was because if you have somebody run and stab you with a hidden blade, it should be an instant kill. And
Mm-hmm.
then David made the very solid point that, like, no, because if you aren't trained to be an assassin, you don't know where to stab that blade to get an instant kill. There would be a difference between Ezio, who's been trained by assassins, became a master assassin, who's going to walk up and just in the blink of an eye and drop 2 people, compared to Edward Kenway, who literally was just a pirate who just stabbed without really knowing like vital points.
But he does have plenty of training because of being a privateer. I mean, he did spend a lot of time fighting people, and he is a very competent fighter.
He
I
is a
mean,
competent fighter. He, again, yes, was a privateer. He was a pirate, so he saw a lot of conflict in battle, so he would get the skills over time. But I could see the reasoning in why, like, it would make sense for characters like well, no, because every
this is
character
gonna be
technically,
this
every
is gonna
character.
be a hot take, and I don't know if you'll agree with this. It makes more sense of Edward Kenway being better with a hidden blade than Connor Kenway.
Nope,
Yeah,
because
yeah,
Connor was trained by Achilles, who was an assassin.
but how many people did Connor Kenway actually take out? I mean, did he just solely train on straw dummies, or
God, I feel like Connor killed a lot of people in his wake. I feel like canonical Connor was, and I hate to use this word, but was a savage.
because I feel like
I feel
Connor,
like he killed a lot.
because Connor, I feel like with him starting out, like when you first get done with the training, it would make more sense of him as a character punching the hidden blade through somebody's face rather than being stealthy. Like, I
I
don't
mean,
know.
that's still, even if you're punching that hidden blade through someone's face, that's still doing a lot more damage than
That's true.
Connor's kind of.
a little less subtle,
Swibbity
but
swabbly.
wow, his face was caved in. I wonder what happened. He must have just died from consumption. I don't know.
That damn Boston tea.
uh, yeah, I don't know. It's hard to rank the assassins because I mean they all have. I feel like that's the thing
They
with the
all had a
protagonists from
vital point of their section of time.
yeah, because like you said with Arno, Arno is really good as like he's like my favorite side assassin. Like he doesn't feel like a main character. He feels like a guy that is just
He feels like what one of the novels would have been about,
yeah.
where
And
he has no real importance. Which I'm not even gonna lie or sugarcoat it. I don't remember his importance to the story of Assassin's Creed. I
I
don't know
remember
if he furthered the plot in any way or if it was a filler because his game came out with Rogue.
it's definitely a filler because I'm pretty sure what it ended up being was that his mentor ends up being a guy that's trying to use a piece of Eden for something, and then he stops him. I'm pretty sure that's
Because
it.
I was gonna say the ending of the game, if I remember right, you find out Elise is a Templar and you
Oh,
feel
you know that pretty
betrayed.
early on. You know that
Well,
pretty
yeah,
early
you know
on,
that
yeah.
pretty on, but it's like you work with her still against the
Hmm.
assassins in a way.
Yeah, but then you end up still siding with the assassins. But and then so Bayek is really good too because it shows that Origins is probably one of the more important Assassin's Creed because it shows where it started because it wasn't he started literally started the assassins to where they weren't even known as assassins, they were called the hidden ones.
Yeah,
And um just the whole story behind the game of Origins is fucking phenomenal too. But um but then yeah, that's I feel like that's where it lost me. That was the last Assassin's Creed I actually beat.
the last one I actually beat would have been Unity because I never beat
You didn't play
Syndicate. I played Syndicate, never beat Syndicate.
Syndicate is another, like you said, Unity. Syndicate is another could have been done in a book.
I don't know because I do know the story of Syndicate, and I do really like the whole like Jack the Ripper subplot and just
That's
a lot of
cool and
stuff.
all, but literally the story. I mean, I guess the biggest part of it is that they are trying to take over London. They're trying to take over London, and then they uncover this plot of this guy who has two pieces of Eden, haha, because there's two main characters, and so he's trying to do bad things because he's a bad guy with the two pieces of Eden, and then they try to stop him. And it's literally at one of the the guy looks like he's part of the Peaky Blinders.
I I feel like we need to conclude this like we're just droning on at this point because I know we're
Yeah.
well over an hour.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So indefinitely, one game that you would love to see rebooted, one game that you would love to see remastered, and one game you'd love to see continued. Go.
Rebooted. I can't wait to see. I would say Knights of the Old Republic. Remastered. That's a hard one. Fuck. Remaster. I would say Gears One. Oh, not Gears One. Gears Two. I
Okay.
want that Phoenix collection so we can get a remaster of Gears Two since we got Gears One so many times.
Right.
Um, and then what was the third one?
Continued.
Continued. Ah, man. I don't know if it's because of the Nemesis system, but I want another Lord of the Rings uh
Shadow.
Shadow
Game.
yeah.
That
Because
is a good choice. I like that.
but they could I don't know how they would do that cuz they concluded Talon's story. So, but I think it's just like I said I think it's just because I want the
The
fucking Nemesis
Nemesis
system.
system. Yeah. No. I really can't wait till that enters free domain again.
Yes.
For me, I would like a reboot of Assassin's Creed just because I feel like I am so lost with where the story's at, the modern day story
Mhm.
is at. So I would love a reboot of like the first game. Remake Infamous 1 and give us Days Gone 2.
Yeah, that's a good one.
All right, ladies and gentlemen,
St. John.
let us know in the comments below on whatever you are viewing this on, what games you would like to see a remaster, remake, or reboot, or continuation of for all of us gamers out there. Thank you to WhiskeyNBri for joining me in this Nerdgazmic podcast episode. You can find links to all of his stuff in the description down below. I know it's down there now because the last time I said it, it wasn't down there. And I had to go through and rework all of the URLs. So everything is updated. Everything works.
Thank you, buddy.
Check him out. He's funny. I'm loving his Resident Evil series right now. You guys should go check that out. And we will catch you guys next week in the next episode. Toodaloo, everybody.
Bye. Mwah.